And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, certainly appeared like his...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game and leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looking to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
Leopard. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Set. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Over.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we'll leave it. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A dump underneath to Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now and now a fumble. The ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And complete, right side to tight end Rudolph. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Riley. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Back to that Philly. Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Over the middle here to Rudolph. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The result, a first down, as a quick slant gets him 14.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Detroit! Over!
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Riley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Riley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. And he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Watching that, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to take, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
14 moving. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Watching now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Gun.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun! Set! Green, 39! Green!
Back to throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Now the try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Sidney Jones. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So now Dalton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
368!
Big spot, Andy Dalton. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Dalton wants to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.